transpired tonight do you think you attribute to all the injuries that you have?
I mean, I think injuries are part of the season, a part of the game, and obviously at times are harder to overcome than others. I thought our guys just kept fighting and dealing with them, and I think our team did a good job of doing it. But obviously, you don't ever want to start a game losing a guy and then lose a couple extra guys at those positions. I think that's hard. No one has that depth. But at the end of the day, you got to keep playing and find a way, and we just didn't do that tonight. So there's never going to be an excuse, because we just go out there and play, and we have a lot of pride in our locker room with the guys that get on that field and will play for us. But no question, I mean, it's never easy. It makes it a little bit more difficult. But what I give more credit to than anything is them. They played very well tonight, and whether we were injured or not, I thought they played a very good football game.
Your deepest penetration was the Saskatchewan 46.
Yep, I mean, we didn't execute tonight. We didn't play well enough offensively, and that was frustrating, because football can be a game of momentum, and we just never got any on our side. We had a 2nd and 2 to 3 that we went for. We're two guys in the same spot, which isn't supposed to be that way, and the ball's there for Cole, and we don't make that. If we make that play, that's a little momentum boost for the offense, and we're able to tie the score up right there, or at least get into a better field position, and we just didn't. That's kind of how our night went, in my opinion. So just nothing could get going, but we got to look at that film hard and analyze it, and then just move on, because ultimately you're going to have a game like this every now and then, and you just got to be able to respond from it.
Why did you make the change at quarterback?
Well,
and then why did you
again,
go back
same
to
thing.
him?
Look for a spark, and it wasn't there, so we went right back to Bethel. So ultimately, those are my decisions when I make them, and the first one was just to find a spark. We didn't get that, and so I wanted Bethel to finish the game strong and have good confidence going back. I mean, obviously, football can be a game that's very tough mentally, and I know our guys in the locker room are very tough mentally, and he's one of them.
How would you assess his performance?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, there's things that he should and could hit, and there's things that I thought he made some plays on. So I think it's, again, always a learning experience and all together. But ultimately, 12 guys weren't good enough tonight on that field all at once, and we just didn't execute. And I include that in the coaches too. We got to be better to come up with a plan and helping them. And tonight it just wasn't good enough. But again, I'd rather give them a lot of credit, because they are a good defense and they played extremely well. And I thought they played very good football tonight.
On the defensive side, are you surprised that you didn't generate more pressure on Harris, especially with Wynn and Lennon coming?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, he's hard to always get pressure on, regardless of who you have in front of him. I mean, I thought they did a good job tonight. So, he felt very comfortable back there. You could see that. It just wasn't a game for that, and we just didn't generate enough. But we'll look at it again. We'll look at that film and try to get better off of it. But I know they've got a very good offense, and he's a part of that. He does get rid of the ball quickly and deciphers things fast.
Do you see Caleb as a starter next week?
That's too early to tell right now. I mean, we evaluate all of our guys early in the week, and then what we go with, we stick with. So, the short answer to that is probably not. But we'll look at everything, because that's what you do early in the week, and then you just go from there. But I don't even want to really think about that exactly right now.
Do you want to give us an update on Dequoy?
I'll just say that obviously he left the game for a reason. We'll evaluate him and then go forward next week with or without him. So.
Merci, Jason. Thank you.
Do you think that
I'll answer your question. You didn't get a chance.
Thank you.
Started the game with 2 misconduct penalties. What was the flow of the game after that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that, we pride ourselves in being a more disciplined football team than that. So it's frustrating when, you pride yourself on that. You talk a lot about that, and we start it that way. So obviously, again, we'll address it and move on from it, but it's not good enough. And we want to lead the team in the least amount of penalties, or lead the league in the least amount of penalties. You can't do that by taking those types of penalties. So obviously not good enough. And we need to get better and learn from it.
Just too many injuries on defense?
No, I don't. I mean, again, does it make it more difficult to play? Absolutely. Is it harder to overcome things at times? Sure. But those guys fought and kept playing, and they're on our roster for a reason, But ultimately, we had injuries at the same positions, and anytime you do that, that's what's difficult. So, but again, those guys kept fighting. Offensively, we didn't do a good enough job of helping offset some of that. And I think had we just kept momentum on our side a little bit more, I think that game plays out a little differently. So, I mean, injuries are a part of football, and we just got to be able to be better when we have them.
First of all, your impression about the game?
Yeah, that was a tough one. I can't remember a time when we felt that out of rhythm on offense, and I felt that out of rhythm. We felt prepared coming into the week. I thought we knew what they were going to do. We did know what they were going to do, and we just didn't execute. And that was a really, really disappointing performance. So hats off to them. They played well, but we definitely kicked ourselves in the shin over and over and over again.
After the emotional high that you had, you personally and this team after the Calgary game, can you explain something like this?
Yeah, it was crazy, unexplainable, and unacceptable to come out and have that kind of performance. That was one of the worst performances I've been a part of, so definitely got to be better.
With the injury to Mac, also just difficult to find timing with the.
No, I thought the receivers did well tonight. I thought they were in the right place a lot of the time, and we had some busts. We had busts all across the board, and everybody kind of took turns. But I'll go back and watch the film. But from my perspective right now, it's just a bad performance, and I had never gotten rhythm, and it's unacceptable.
Why do you believe you should remain the starter?
I don't know.
And I know it's not your decision.
It's not my decision. I know that was not who I was out there. I can play much better, but I don't worry about that.
When you talk about the other team giving them credit, is it part of the baffling reason why you guys went into Calgary, won that game, and then just to hit the wall against them? It's just.
I mean, they're a good team. They're a good team. We have to give them credit that they're a good team, but we came out and we played absolutely terrible tonight, and myself included. So it was a bad performance, and it can't happen. And you come out against a good team and play badly, then it looks like that.
What do you think you need to do to recover from this type of performance?
You sack up. It takes your manhood. Just your gut check for sure. That was an embarrassing performance. You just get up and play better tomorrow. Keep chopping wood.
All right.